G'day, this is Doug from Doug Houston YouTube, and guess what? It's a YouTube news flash. It's been a while. I think the last time I came at you with a news flash, it was in regards to YouTube Partner Program application reviews. That was probably back in around July this year. Here it is October, and we've got some additional information regarding the YouTube Partner Program. People actually being, or channels actually being removed from the program. In other words, they're no longer in the YouTube Partner Program and it can no longer be monetized. I'm going to go through a post that was posted on October 10, but here's a post by Jordan from the Partner Program team at YouTube, and the heading of the article, which I've posted a link for in the description below, is recent YouTube Partner Program reviews and removals, and in brackets, including duplication. So it basically talks about what's happening generally, and then specifically addresses people who had questions about what do they mean by duplication. What is duplication? So we're going to go into that. I'm going to read the article to you, and it'll be on the screen for you to follow along as I have done before. So stick around and we'll get straight into it. And again, I said it was from Jordan, who gave us information back in July about the time it was taking for the channel reviews and what they were looking at and different things like that. As a part of our ongoing efforts to protect creator community from abuse, all YouTube Partner Program participants, both new and existing, are being carefully reviewed on a regular basis to ensure they meet the program policies outlined here. And there's a link, of course, to the YouTube Partner Program policies. Following these reviews, we've identified groups of channels that don't comply with the YouTube Partner Program policies and have recently removed these channels with the opportunity to remove or update their content and reapply in 30 days. One area we've seen a ton of questions around is duplication. So we wanted to share more information about what this means and the next steps if you'd like to monetize in the future. So just recapping that paragraph, the first thing to take away is that if you're in the YouTube Partner Program, you're constantly being reviewed in a more casual way. Once you're in, but if you're flagged for anything that might be untoward, then they might come and have another look at your channel and see if you're still compliant with the YouTube Partner Program policies. And I think further down we see that there's 3 areas that you have to comply with: the YouTube Terms of Service, Community Guidelines, AdSense policies, and YouTube Partner Program policies. If you want information on those, let me know in the comments below, and we might look at that in a future one. I know a few months ago, Roberto Blake read through both the Terms of Service and the Community Guidelines and Copyright Guidelines. So I'm not going to cover those. If you want to look at those, you can go find his video on his channel about that. If they find that your channel isn't compliant and you've removed, you have opportunity to fix up your channel, tweak it up, remove the offending content or whatever, and reapply after 30 days. So they give you like a 30-day window to clean it up. Let's go through the paragraphs here. The first paragraph is headed, "Channel removed from YouTube Partner Program for duplication. What does this mean?" It's important to note that duplicative content is not just about copyright. The spirit of this YouTube Partner Program policy is to make sure we're only allowing channels into the program when the content adds value and is original and relevant. If you upload content from multiple sources or repurpose existing content, you may still be eligible for YPP, so as long as you're contributing to the value of that content in some way. For example, if you add significant original commentary, educational value, narrative, or high quality editing, then your channel may be fine to monetize. Check out this Help Center article for more information on content quality guidelines related to the YouTube Partner Program. There's a link there to the Help Center. Next paragraph. What about content ID claims, commercial use rights, or fair use? In most cases, even if you have licenses to use the content or your videos are protected by copyright laws such as fair use, if the main purpose of your channel is to monetize other channels or sources' content, then you won't be eligible for the YPP. You still need to be contributing to the value of that content in some way. Note, some of these videos may still be fine to remain up on YouTube. So that's a good point. They might be saying, well, you can have this on YouTube, but it's something that you aren't allowed to monetize. So there's a distinction there. So it's not like, oh, we're getting rid of your channel, we're not terminating your channel's there. The content may be allowed to stay there, but don't expect to get paid for it. Don't expect to get ad revenue for it. It says, what are some examples of content that would be removed because of for duplication? Number one, appears to be automatically generated. I don't know, I don't have an example of what that would be, but automatically generated means it's computer generated, so it could be like a visualization back in the old days of Winamp and stuff. Maybe that's something like that. Pulled from third-party sources with no content or narrative added by the creator. In other words, you just straight out take a clip from somewhere and just repost it. This would cover people who repost animation content that's purely just episodes or portions of episodes of shows. Let's say Teen Titans Go. If you took an episode of that and placed that on your channel, you can't monetize that. And if your channel was made up of that, or you had offending content on your channel, then YPP is out of the question. The next one is uploaded many times by multiple users and you're not the original uploader. That sort of carries on from the previous one. So it's stuff where a lot of people are getting hold of something off the TV or something and then just posting it on YouTube. You just straight out show a movie trailer and you're not, say it's a Marvel movie and you're not Marvel, then you can't just show the movie trailer. You got to provide commentary or additional, you've got to be adding value to the trailer itself. Uploaded in a way that's trying to get around our copyright tools. Like all those things where people are posting things like speeding things up and reversing the picture and all those things. If you're trying to get around copyright by thinking you can trick the AI into not recognizing things, then that is a no-go as well. And then it says, again, it links to that same Help Center article saying it has more details. The next section, if my channel was removed for duplication, what can I do? You can remove or update content to comply with our policies and reapply for the YouTube Partner Program in 30 days. At that time, we will carefully review your application and channel again. Here are some best practices to get you started, and it lists about 5 different things for you. Add commentary or show your presence in your videos, voice or on screen. Like what I was talking about with, say, a trailer video, you don't just show the trailer, but you actually maybe give commentary over the trailer or give your input into what you got out of the trailer or what the trailer is revealing about the movie or the TV show or whatever it might be. Link back to your YouTube channel from your website. Speaking of websites, I have a website. It's DougHewsonYT.com. And that's where I have my blog area and a few different things. And if you want to watch my videos outside of YouTube, you can watch them there as well. The next one is provide more context about your work in your video and channel descriptions. So don't just post a video with no description sort of explaining what the thing is. If you've got a video that could be taken as duplicative, make sure you've got some extra information there that says, hey, this is what I'm posting, this is why I'm posting it, and this is the purpose of the post. What they're looking for is context. Next one, make sure the content on your channel aligns with our policies. I talked about this a bit earlier. You can review the following things: the community guidelines, AdSense policies, because obviously what YouTube Partner Program is all about getting paid that ad revenue, and the YouTube Partner Program policies. And they've got all links to there. All the links to those are also going to be in the description below. So make sure, if you're a YouTube creator and you want to monetize and get in the YouTube Partner Program, then you got to at least have read through this stuff. And the final paragraph is titled, what if my channel is still under review for the YouTube Partner Program? So the people who are still waiting for review, it's taken longer than the typical 4 to 6 weeks that channels take once they've reached the eligibility. It says, we know many of you applying for the YouTube Partner Program still see channel under review in the Creator Studio. This means our review team has not come to a clear decision during the initial review. So we're putting extra effort and resources into reviewing your channel multiple times before making a final decision. We are hoping to share our final decisions with all of these channels by the end of the year. In the meantime, the best thing you can do is keep uploading original content, as the more info and content to review, the better. All of the best practices and policies shared above are relevant for you too. Hope this information is helpful. Jordan. Some takeaways from this article. Make sure you, as I just mentioned just now, avail yourself of all the community guidelines, the AdSense policies, and the YouTube Partner Program policies. And even, I know it's tough, maybe go through their terms of service maybe every 6 months or so, which is probably a good idea. And don't forget, you can go check out that video from Roberto Blake. I'll try and put a link to that video in the description below. The other thing to note is that we're talking about human reviews. This is not something that AI or bots or algorithms are trying to decide. This is actually human reviewers who are looking at the channel overall, looking at all the different videos, looking at the channel as a whole, and deciding whether that your channel is adhering to all those policies that we talked about. If you want to get monetized for AdSense, and you want to be able to monetize in that manner. When we say monetize, we're talking about AdSense revenue, we're talking about being in the YouTube Partner Program. Your channel has to adhere to the policies that we talked about. YouTube Partner Program policy, AdSense policy, community guidelines policy. And my advice, don't go whinging and complaining about YouTube changing things or changing the goalposts or anything, because this has always been in place. People need to go and avail themselves of the information. That's why YouTube provide all the documentation. It's always been there. Ignorance is not an excuse. The fact that they're being more clear and communicating and clarifying things is kudos to YouTube for that, and particularly to Jordan, who's been taking point on the YouTube Partner Program for many, many months and providing valuable content here in the YouTube helps. So what I'll do is I'll link up everything that we talked about today in the description below for further reading for you. I know this video has gone on a little bit long because it was a fairly long article to read through. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer what I know and maybe even go and find out answers if possible. If it's too complex, and hey, I recommend going to the YouTube Help Forum and asking your questions there. That's an awesome place to go and try and get answers. You can tweet them at Team YouTube on Twitter, and you can contact them in a few other ways, but they're the main ones: the YouTube Help Forum, their Twitter for questions. Well, yeah, I've waffled on about this subject, and this YouTube Newsflash is about to end. This is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube, and I'll catch you later.